Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, 1907 here. Welcome back to my high 100%. I was about to sing something, it kind of came off weird. My 100% blind playthrough of Pokémon Legends Z-A for Nintendo Switch 2, or in the last video we left off trying to get more Pokemon caught, trying to get more alphas, all that jazz, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. Anyways, during the last video, we made a pledge to try and get a lot of our teammates to level 100 because, as you know, the DLC is very tough without 100 Pokemon. I think this is the only game so far, honestly, at all, that has this mechanic in it. I'm gonna try and get this Leafeon early if I can, because we do not have it yet. Let's take out this Balmar first, though, that came in. And then we can maybe try taking out Leafeon. But yeah, long story short, we keep going to this area because we need alphas caught. And ideally, we need all the different Pokemon caught at some point, too. Of course, that one breaks out. The one we actually need for our Pokedex, that's the one that breaks out. To be fair, nothing we can do about it. I think in the future, I probably just want to use Sword. I keep saying Swords Dance because he's using Swords Dance. But in reality, I want to use Dust Balls. I think the main reason I set it to night is so I can use Dust Balls. Dust Balls make for a much more consistent catch rate. While there are other ways you can catch Pokemon easier, I think for me, Dust Balls seem to be the way to go, because they're the only thing that gives you a consistent boost. But there is also technically another type of ball we got just recently, but only for this setup. Lower level Pokemon compared to... oh, I see. So if you have a strong Pokemon out, then the level ball is more effective. So that's another one we could use in the later game. So that's something we need to potentially find out about. Okay. Well, on that note, done with that. But yeah, long story short though, we're trying to grind all of our different Pokemon to level 100, vice versa, yada yada yada, all that stuff. There's not really a good way to do it, though. That's the real problem. So, basically, we've been forced to go around and do and setups, and yeah, that's basically what we were doing. Basically, we rotate between Wild Zones one time, Battle Zones the other half, and we pretty much just keep doing that over and over again. Gotta get rid of these other Pokemon that are around. Dude, there's like 2 Alpha Bagons too as well. Well, if any random Alphas spawn, we may as well take them out first. Hang on, let's Mega Evolve Gyarados to make this slightly easier. We do have Dust Balls, so yeah, we get to use that to our advantage. We could definitely do this without Dust Balls, but I feel like right now they're definitely one of the best item Pokeballs in the game, that's for sure. If you can consistently catch Pokemon with that, it really does make it a lot easier. Alright, I know Fairy type doesn't work great against whoever we're fighting in here, so we'll just use Venusaur instead. Because he can use Poison type moves. Anyways, not only am I going to do that, but yes, I am also going to try to repeatedly catch the Eevee in this area if it appears, because we do need Eevee as well. I guess probably also we shouldn't catch any other Pokemon though while we're here. We're mainly after the Alphas, because when you get them, not only do you get their experience once, you get it a second time, which helps out. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I'm kind of in a question whether or not to use actually quick balls for the faster animation or dust balls. I feel like quick balls are better when the opponent hasn't spotted you yet, but dust balls are better overall, so I feel like just using dust balls is the way to go. If you're wondering, that's why I set it to nighttime all the time, is so we can get the effect of dust balls, but more importantly, you need to get stuff from the battle zones to grind as well. So yeah, unfortunately, yep, we're still in this loop for a bit, but I did say I would try to break out the monotonous grinding, and I am actually going to stay true to my word in a minute. For now, though, let's at least get to 10 wins to start off with that. And then, once that's done, we'll be fine. Oh, this is the same one, I can tell almost immediately, because all the trainers there are still gone. So let's go over here instead. That should have a few more trainers. I like what I did the last time. I'm gonna use this. We're gonna go for that instead. Oh, perfect. We need fighting type moves, and this guy is a Pokemon that is weak to fighting type moves. It's kind of funny. A fighting type Pokemon happens to have a different movement that also makes it weak to fighting type moves. That means in the long term, it would really lose to its own type too, because of that. In that case, I wish he had picked a different Pokemon, because they definitely didn't work out. Oh, we're about to get a bunch of points if we can get one more super effective move against someone. Okay, you flipped around, so we'll do that. Since we're trying to get fighting type moves, we just need to do that. My goodness. Like, no more than a split second, and he still somehow hit me. That's probably the sneakiest part of this game. Sometimes you think you got them in time, and other times it just says that you caught off guard anyways. Like, screw you, game. I was definitely not in his radius, but she just happened to turn around and notice me at the last second. Well, because of that, we're gonna need one more battle so we can get the sneak up and start a battle before your opponent spots you, because we did not get that. They're happy to see me literally at the last second. There's nothing I could have done, though, to fix that. So let's try this again. Hopefully this time we do not get spotted. That would be mad if that happened again. Yeah, let's get this while we're here, too. Sneaky girl, indeed. She really snuck up behind me. I couldn't see anything. Oh, okay, well, that makes it simple. Looks like we're using Gardevoir once again. Really? Dude, I was about to say, are we gonna find someone? Are we gonna find someone? Well, somehow that took him out, even though he was resistant to it. Maybe Moonblast is just that strong, man. Or they just don't have much special defense, because, yeah, they got destroyed by that. Okay, perfect. To be fair, we should probably use Gardevoir the most, since she's the main one that we're training, but we kind of keep changing because we need different... Oh, yeah, we have to start the battle with Psychic moves, so that means we need to keep going in with that move. It's this dude again. I swear, we're gonna probably defeat his opponent like 50 different times, it seems like. It seems like wherever we go, this one dude with the so always appears somewhere. It's so funny. We're probably gonna take about, what, like 15 dozen times by the end of this game? Who knows? Okay, well, we got some experience before the end. And surprise, surprise, we're actually not going to change it back to nighttime yet. Because some side quests may also actually require you to be in daytime, and we still don't know about that. But yeah, of course, we don't just need battle zones for the money. We need them mainly for getting all those reward matches done. That's the only way we can grind, truly. There are definitely other ways to grind. Some people suggest doing those, cafe battles again, but those are kind of hard to do when you have to face so many different Pokemon in a row. Probably the safer or more smarter way to do it is to just use a strong Pokemon like Excadrill, level them up to 100, maybe even make them Mega, and then you'll be super strong that pretty much nothing will damage you. Maybe put a tanky Pokemon in there for extra effort, and then you could just speedrun the battles using just one Pokemon. Which is good, because if you try and do that normally, it is very hard. But yeah, obviously for that reason, we are not doing those battles again, because they were super trolly, and I would rather not have to deal with them again. But yeah, what I mentioned by that is, yeah, if you want to, those cafe battles are also a fast way to at least grind your Pokemon up. Whether they're useful for money, yes they are. Apparently one of them does give you a big nugget, which you can sell for money, so that's another great way to farm money. But for us, the battle zones are more efficient, just because we need to also do them anyways for the side mission we need to unlock, so of course we're doing that. But other than that, yeah, we're pretty much done with everything in the base game, excluding actually capturing all the Pokemon. But anyways, the thing I said to break up the monotony is actually this. Yeah, remember those extra missions we didn't do yet? We're gonna actually do them now. So, this is what's going to change the game effect. Otherwise, though, just a fair warning, once we get close to the end of the game, a lot of the remaining grinding is likely just gonna be just doing the battle zones over and over again. So, again, fair warning for you all. So, I'm doing the DLC early as a result to try and balance out the game a bit. But anyway, this game's cool though, so I think it'll be fine. I think Mimi's picking up on something. Hold on a second. Hey Senna, Mimi and I are on a case right now and we might need your help. Yeah, if you could let Eris and Nyx know too, that would be great. Who are those people? Sorry about that, I was just checking in with some friends from back in the day. Back in the day, you see, I run the bureau now, but it was started by a detective named Luker. Oh yeah, right, that dude from Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl. Yeah, I remember him. Is that why it's called the Luker Bureau then? Exactly, he was such a kind person and helped me teach so much. It turned out he wasn't an ordinary private detective. He was also an international police officer. Actually, he had to go off and saw some more cases somewhere else, far away probably. I took over for him as head of the bureau, and I'm doing my best to run things with the help of Mimi and those friends I just spoke to. Mimi's been particularly helpful. Its telepathy has helped solve so many cases. Like I said, it gets worn out if he uses those powers too much. Ooh. Come on, Philyoshi. Let's follow Mimi. But yeah, these side missions, as well as actually doing the hyperspace missions, is what's going to break up the grinding. However, in order to even start that, we need 100 Pokemon. So that's why we're trying to do this now, because I think once we get at least 5 Pokemon 100, at least a bit of our main team 100, I feel like that will make it so much easier to do the DLC. And then we can truly start the DLC properly. What is it, Mimi? Wait, were you picking up on my own feelings? Seems like it. Is this Mimi's mystical power? Somehow you can hear Emma's thoughts in your head? What's going on with me? Hey, is it hungry? I'm getting pretty hungry myself. Are you alright, Emma? Are you hungry? Oh yes, I was just thinking I could go for a little bite to eat. Cool. Thanks for looking out for me, Mimi. What do you say we make a little pit stop to refill? Oh yeah, what were we doing in the side quest? We kind of started this randomly, and then we just kind of did other stuff. That was delicious, wasn't it? Now then, Mimi, how about you show us where you wanted to go? Alright. On, Yoshi, let's follow. By the way, if you're wondering, this is not a normal DLC mission that came from the DLC. It's actually considered a mystery gift mission. That's why it's EX, actually. You only get this if you've accepted the mystery gift from earlier, which we did both of them, and then there was one more that just came out recently. So we got all 3 of those already. So by getting those rewards, we unlock 3 different missions. And those are free too, so anybody can access them. As long as you, like, have online... I think you need Switch... yeah, come to think of it, I think you need Nintendo Switch Online for that to work. But if you do, then it's free, pretty much. You'll get it automatically, and once you've connected, you will get permanently. Anyways, we better keep using Gardevoir since she is the weakest of our Pokemon right now, and we want to get her to 100 as well. It'll just make the Wild Zones so much easier to do. What's up, Mimi? What are you doing in front of that elevator? Oh, here we go. You want to go up, do you? I think we're close to finally unraveling the truth. We'll go first. See you up there, Cool Yoshi. Well, since we need to do a lot of this, we need to probably go across the map and try to get as many of these as we can. As we saw before, we're gonna need a lot of Mega Shards by the end of the game as well. Now we know that we're gonna be gathering all of these stuff. They're not exactly useless either, too. After you've gotten all the Mega Stones from the Mega Emporium or whatever it is, no, Quartzcall Ink, yeah, that's what it's called. Then you get the opportunity to just trade them in for EXP instead, so it's not a waste. You can get other Pokemon 100 too, you know. This is just one of the many ways we can get them to 100. Probably should have switched that sooner. Oh well. We'll get plenty more balls sooner or later. Oh my, look at all the Mega Shards in this area. It's like cram-packed with all of them. Good grief, where did all these come from? Whoever you're sensing is around here, right, Mimi? Oh, wait a minute. Are we gonna have to face a boss again? There are so many Mega Crystals here. Too many. It's not normal. Oh. More Carbink again. Oh, there's a Deontay with him. That's who was spawning all these crystals. Maybe it's related to your Mega Stone somehow. The only way to find out whether it's connected to your Mega Stone is to catch it. Is it gonna be a boss battle though? I assume it will be. Since it's Deontay, that's probably gonna be really hard to do without good Pokemon. Oh my goodness, Emboar, please. We're gonna clear out all this first, obviously, because the more Mega Shards we have, the better. If I go any closer, the battle will probably start, so we're gonna probably use Emboar to hit this from a distance. Because you can give commands to your Pokemon while being super far away at the same time, so that's something you can do. Alright, well, that was a good amount of Mega Shards. Thank you, Deontay. Now we're going to take you out, if you don't mind. These Pokemon, I think the last legendary we faced was around 85 anyways, so it's probably important that we do that. Okay, good. It's not a boss battle, it's just a normal battle. I believe Deontay is fairy though, so we want to have heal type, of course. Ew. Well, we got it, but we missed because we got unlucky. Don't defeat it. You need to catch it. Alright, now we have to do that again. But we also got rock types caught, so we do need to still keep catching it. So in that case, let's try catching all the different Pokemon, not just one. How about that? Okay, there we go. This is gonna be a really tough one to catch. Really? It's still very rare to catch? Well, it looks like we're gonna be failing this battle quite a bit more often than normal. And by that I mean not catching it. Yeah, I know, Emma, but when a Pokemon is this hard to catch, yeah, it's probably gonna take a few tries. Okay, well, at least we heal each time. I noticed we got pretty weak during that battle, too. By the way, what is the best Pokeball to catch this with? I guess we could try it at nighttime, but, like, if this battle is anything like the others, we kind of just have to keep going. I get it, Deontay's a legendary Pokemon, but, like, could you make it any easier, maybe? You might have to do, like, Level Ball or something else. I have no idea. It's also level 70, so gosh, who knows how effective that actually will be. Just for fun, we'll try maybe one Level Ball, but after that, I'm not sure what to do. So, yep. I think this is gonna be one of those classic battles. By that, I mean, you probably already know what I mean. Since it's a hard Pokemon that has a hard time getting caught, we just gotta keep attacking her over and over again. However, unlike the other Pokemon, she can get captured more than once, so we'll just keep trying it. And each time it fails and she gets away, we're just gonna keep redoing this battle over and over again until the game finally decides to give us good luck. Yeah, Emma. It'd be easier if they made it much easier to catch it. Like, shouldn't this Pokemon be a guaranteed catch if it's legendary? Guess not here. At least we can keep catching these Carbink over and over again, which do give experience, which help us out a bit. We do need lots of rock types especially. And just from like that, we have our first 100 Pokemon. Exodil finally at 100. Meanwhile, Yonsei still isn't being caught. So I guess we're gonna be stuck into this until Deontay finally decides to get caught. It's one of those classic battles where there's not really a good way to make the Pokemon easier to catch. I guess there are other things you can do, like you could sleep them, but guess what? I don't have a sleeping Pokemon. So how would I make that easier? Not really. Kind of just have to keep trying. How much else you can do otherwise? There's definitely the option also of changing it to nighttime, but I want to see if I could do it without nighttime. I feel like it could be cooler that way. But yeah, what I mean by just spamming the balls over and go in, I mean by this is going to be one of those battles where we're going to have to just keep battling until we can catch them. Which tells me maybe we do need to go to nighttime. Actually, come to think of it, I didn't even notice, but there's benches right over there. By the way, when I said I was going to skip the mechanic, I kind of lied. I just now noticed there are benches nearby, so looks like we're gonna have to do the Dust Ball strat, boys. That feeling when a battle is so hard you literally need to use dust balls and or even timer balls maybe, depending on how long it takes. Just to catch a legendary Pokemon, yeah, that's a classic hard Pokemon for you. I bet it probably can be caught, just like a 1% chance or something. Ugh. Well, because of that, we're gonna do bus balls, I guess. So yeah, we switched it to nighttime, now we're gonna try again. We should honestly just fight all of these dudes at night. Makes it so much easier to catch them anyway. But yeah, now it's nighttime. Hopefully now we can actually catch them properly this time. We'll keep catching the Carbink, of course, because we do need their rock types for our... what's it called? See, look at that. Just one little move, and bam. We not only catch it, but it's much easier to catch at night. Just look how much of a difference that makes, man. Good job. I knew you could handle it, cool Yoshi. Hey, can I see the Pokemon you just caught? Perfect. Alright. So yeah, this is one of the new Pokemons that you get from Mystery Gift. So pretty. It's gonna reminds me of the Anistar Sundial. Anistar? Sundial? Yeah, there's a strange sundial in Anistar City that has something to do with the Mega Stones. It brings so many things to mind. In particular, I'm thinking about two people I've met since party ways with Luca, namely AZ and Professor Sycamore. There we go, now I remember her name. Professor Sycamore, that's the of the Chaos region I forgot so much about. The professor spoke with AZ as part of his research into Mega Evolution. Sycamore's theory was that Megastorms formed 3,000 years ago when certain stones were eradicated by the light of the energy of the legendary Pokemon that was fired from the ultimate weapon. AZ nodded when he heard that. To him, that's why he's been finding new types of Megastones recently. After all, the ultimate weapon was fired again 5 years ago. Alright. It's okay, Mimi. I'm here to keep Luminose safe, and Cool Yoshi is here to help too. Make sure you take good care of this Pokemon, okay, Cool Yoshi? Luminose needs people like you, people who can make bonds with all sorts of Pokemon. Perfect. Well, in that case, we have them. I guess we'll head back to the Luca Bureau. Take care. I just remembered that AZ mentioned something else. He said during his Wanduri search for Foat, he saw a phenomenon in Hoenn that might have been the beginning of all Mega Evolution. That's what always got him thinking about the bonds between people and Pokemon, huh? Interesting. Thanks for helping us out, Cool Yoshi. I'll see you around. By the way, that was the hardest Pokemon to catch besides that stupid Beldum. I think that alone is enough to tell you, Fury, that this was a really hard Pokemon to find for some reason. Alright, now we should get a different side mission, but it might only be available at daytime. I don't know. I know that you probably have to finish the previous side mission first to access this, though. Alright, as for who we're using the EXPL candy on, let's give that to Raichu, actually. He is our favorite, so I feel like he deserves it more than the others. Not to say the others don't deserve some, too. Just wanted to do it. Just because I can. We'll give the smaller ones to Emboar, how about that? Instead of getting him to 99, we'll get him to 88. Nope, that was not enough. Looks like we'll have to wait a bit before using the rare candies. We should main Emboar for a bit then, so we can get him to 99 and then later to 100. But yeah, there you go, guys. We did a side question again. As if we haven't seen enough of that already. That reminds me, we did take quite a while to do that, so let's go back to Centrical Plaza and start catching those alphas again. To be fair, we are kind of the king of catching the alphas, clearly. Seems like we've been just non-stop focusing on catching alphas nowadays. My goodness, Vembor's off doing somewhere else entirely. Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna pull you back and then pull you back in so you can actually appear. Really? He took a close combat and survived all of that. Jeez, this Pokemon's really tough. It can take close combat like that and not die. I get it. I'm gonna have less defense, but, like, just think of it this way. Okay. I'm letting this Pokemon hit me, which is not good. We need to actually dodge it for a bit, you know. Okay. It's probably my fault for letting Ambar's head down this far. I like how he's 92, and yet because he doesn't have great defenses, he still almost dies just as easily. That's what I mean. Like, he's probably not the best Pokemon to be leveling up, but since he's my starter, of course I'm gonna get him to 100. Alright. Wait, why did I go here? I thought I was... Yeah, hang on. Let's actually go to the 19 and then 18 as well. So we can get that done as well. Because I want to. I just said I want to, so that's why I'm going here. Okay, he already saw me, so that's not going to work well. My gosh. Classic. Classic Pokemon there, not allowing us to get anything done here. He's still there. Well, in that case, we'll catch him. I was about to say, could we actually catch these Pokemon? Ha! Definitely caught that one just before they could run. That could have been really bad if they actually stayed, but we got him. Anyway. But yeah, long story short, we need to keep doing this for a bit because unfortunately this is the fastest way to level up our Pokemon to 100. Not much else we can do otherwise. Still though, I kind of hate that despite all this, Zembor still finds a way to get destroyed almost every time. It's kind of annoying actually. Okay, I'm gonna actually wait until he gets destroyed first before we throw the ball this time. Because I want to use every ball. Of the Pokemon we want to catch, Salamence and as well as these Pokemon in the middle here are probably the best way to do that. Unless there is a stronger Pokemon, who knows. For now though, yeah, we're doing that, and we're also doing a lot of battle zones too. The idea is to basically balance them between the videos, and the goal is to do this until we can get Pokemon 100, and then we can actually start playing the DLC properly, I think. Because then our Pokemon can get more powerful because of that. So that's very important. Speaking of which, time to get more Pokeballs. No matter what game we play, no matter where we go, it seems like we're always buying Pokeballs somewhere. And constantly getting Premier Balls as well. We're kind of getting a little bit too many of those. I wonder if we could sell them. No? Okay, they're only 50 bucks. Still, if we're gonna get them for free, I'll sell a couple. They're just like regular Pokeballs. They aren't really effective later on, so there's not really any point in selling them. Also, Level ball was a waste anyway. Is what it is, though. To be fair, I wasn't throwing it at the right time. Alright, back to this. In the last battle zone, we didn't quite get to level 9. Or whatever we were trying to do before. Oh. Oh boy, already a Pokemon with Psychic. Well, we're not fighting that with Emboar. Dude, is he gonna... I was about to say, are you gonna turn miss? Sometimes it feels like they stay in one spot for a long time. It's almost like they want you to get caught. It's crazy to think about. And again, he takes himself out with that Brave Bird. Not really doing him any favors, that's for sure. Alright, one more battle and we'll get another reward match, which we can then do after all that's done. You know what? Let's use Raichu a bit. We kind of used the wrong move there, but that's fine. Yeah, we still took him out anyway. Oh, we actually could just use Surf here. You know what? Let's do it. The fact that Raichu can use Surf in this game is really cool, by the way. I like that. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna use our boy Raichu for a bit. He's pretty strong as electric Pokemon nowadays anyway, so I think pretty good run. Alright. As for Pikachu, I might still use that. Who knows? I will say I will not use him right now for this big battle we're about to do, though, because, yes, we are going to go to another reward match now. When we get to the reward matches, by the way, I think this is where we typically just want to use whatever our strongest Pokemon is. Also, speaking of which, time to use more of our rare candies. If you're wondering, yes, I was saving them for the end part, so we can get our Pokemon to 100 quicker so we can actually make them strong. That's because they need to be very strong if we want to take on the DLC. So yeah, you can consider these videos basically the super grind of grind videos. Because yeah, can't take on the big battles unless we have all of our Pokemon at 100 anyways. So now we're going to balance out those two. Just slowly get them up a bit at a time. Pretty soon they'll hit 100, and I guess Gardevoir will probably permanently have the egg. Besides, probably won't need to level up the other Pokemon for evolution for quite some time, so yeah. I see. Yeah, you have a Challenger's ticket. Would you like to take part in a reward match? Sure do. Feels like we've done this quite a bit now. Oh boy, it's Gwen. Remember Gwen? Yeah, she's back again. She's a ghost type user, but we do not have a dark type, so this will be interesting. But she also has grass and fire types too, so I guess Gyarados works good? I know our fighting type moves don't work though, I'll tell you that much. Alright. We're just gonna start right with his Mega form. I'm surprised we didn't Mega Evolve in this video yet. I thought we did already, but I guess not. Okay, well, we'll use this on as many Pokemon as we can before changing to something else. So if we don't have a good Pokemon to deal with ghost types, we could probably just use whatever the other type they're weak to is. Well, so far, fire is working really good anyway. Seems like Ember is pretty powerful against Gwen so far. But of course, we do know she has a Candelure too, so we're gonna quickly switch to our Gyarados to take out that, and yeah. As you might guess, because we need to win these reward matches, and I don't think you get a chance to go again, you need to make sure that you play safely in these, since we need to win 20 of these, and if I think we lose one of these, it straight up is really hard. because then we have to wait a while to try it again. Of course, we're really powerful now. In fact, grinding to 100 is helping out quite a bit. And just like that, we are done. You have now claimed victory in 6 reward matches. 5 bottles of HP up. More EXP candy medium. Why medium? I have no idea, but that's what it is. I will say, though, this is a fun loop once you get used to it, but doing this a lot, I can see where it could get a little bit on the grindy side of things. I'll say that much, at least. Speaking of which, I think we have enough stuff to at least max something on Gardevoir. Okay, that one's either maxed or not maxed. Oh, okay, alright. It looks like Gardevoir is fully trained out now. To be fair, they do automatically train their stats after a while. I forgot to mention, every Pokemon we're taking out, yes, we do get EVs for that. Effort values are how you make your Pokemon stronger. I effort trade by... If you're wondering why I got annoyed, I effort trade the heck out of my Pikachu for that one battle. And just the normal attacks I was trying to use weren't enough. In the end, I had to use Dig anyways. In reality, I should have effort trained my attack instead. But how was I supposed to know that? Honestly, though, I probably didn't need to do that. Just using Dig after they use it probably would have worked fine. I just needed to be careful of how I do that. But now I know what to do in the future. I will still say, though, that is straight up the hardest side quest I've ever done. Keep in mind, even grinding my Pikachu up enough was tricky enough to do, and now... On top of that, it having Dig just plain messed me up. If it had anything other than Dig, we probably could have just won from spamming Surf over and over again on it. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm pausing here not because of dumb setup. It's because, actually, I have to end this episode here. Sorry about that, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I promise we'll try to do stuff differently, but just think of it this way. We've had to grind a lot. There's not much we can do to change it, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video where we hopefully try to start doing Hyperspace Luminose Surveys #1. So, with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye. After I save first. Alright, there we go. See ya later.